Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Cold porcelain holds this little spoon, while golden dust floats in quiet air. My steam rose hours ago, now it is gone, leaving a ring on the worn wood frame. No notifications pinging on my phone, just silent amber stripes along the wall. I watch a tiny scratch reflect the beam, unrushed for once, holding back the hours. Usually I am running past the turn, chasing a clock that never slows down. Right now my shadow sits beside my chair, content to do nothing at all. This pale yellow quiet coats my floor, sinking into cotton through my chest. The whole world rushes out behind the door, but here I find a place to rest. Slow down the breathing in my skin, letting the lazy light settle in.
A stack of unread pages on the right, they do not demand my eyes today. The glass collects a bright warm square, illuminating threads I used to hide away. My feet stay bare against the wooden plank, counting the seconds by the shifting glare. It feels so strange to feel completely full without a single answer in my head.
This pale yellow quiet coats my floor, sinking into cotton through my chest. The whole world rushes out behind the door, but here I find a place to rest. Slow down the breathing in my skin, letting the lazy light settle in. Yesterday was heavy on my shoulder blades, 1,000 small anxieties in mine. Now they dissolve beneath the subtle warmth, leaving only silence on the floorboards. I am learning how to just exist between the shadows and the glow. The spoon stays still upon the plate, the bright square moves an inch away. I hold my mug and close my eyes, just staying here a little while.
Yeah. Yeah.
Metal shutters roll up down below, the neighborhood is starting up real slow. You left your jacket hanging on the chair, still sleeping through the soft amber air. I put the kettle on without a word, best kind of quiet that we have ever heard. No alarm clock screaming at your head, just pulled the blanket over you instead. You spent the whole week running till you broke, chasing dead-end deadlines in the smoke. Now look at how the light hits on your shoes, we got nothing left to win or lose. Leave your phone on silent for a while. I just wanna see you stretch and smile. Late morning beams are washing through the glass. Ooh, watch the heavy shadows slowly pass. We do not need a single place to be, just sit right here and sip this tea with me.
Yeah, yeah. A delivery bike zips past the lane, sounding like a soft delayed refrain. Your coffee cup is warming up your hand. No giant life plans we need to understand.
You spent so long just trying to prove your worth. Forget about the rest of this busy earth. You spent the whole week running till you broke, chasing dead-end deadlines in the smoke. Now look at how the light hits on your shoes, we got nothing left to win or lose. Leave your phone on silent for a while. I just wanna see you stretch and smile. Late morning beams are washing through the glass. Ooh, watch the heavy shadows slowly pass. We do not need a single place to be, just sit right here and sip this tea with me. this lazy stretch of gold. Stories that do not ever need be told.
Just kick back, my friend. Let the morning bend. Light across the rug.
Warm inside the smug. Nothing to defend. Silence falls around a sudden thought. Dust motes hovering in warm amber light. Shadows stretch across the polished oak. A coffee cup sits untouched on the right.
Yeah.
Curtains sway with lazy balcony breezes. Lens flare caught on the corner of the wall. Street sound muted through double pane glass. Seconds slow down as the rain starts to fall. The projector in my head runs a movie roll. Painted soft yellow gradients on the couch. Everything moves like a 35mm film, capturing peace that I used to doubt. Late morning sun spills on white canvas sheets, lighting up the places where we used to speak. No urgent clock, just the glow on the frame. Rewinding scenes without calling your name. Golden hues painting the kitchen floor. A quiet sanctuary behind a locked door.
Rays hit the radiator, chrome starts to gleam. Tracking past the plant leaves, vivid and green. Steam rises slowly from a ceramic mug. Trapped in a spotlight on the woven rug.
The bass line hums low inside my head. A steady rhythm while the sunlight spreads. Frame by frame, the city outside blooms. Unfolding golden geometry in empty rooms. Fade is our focus, warm light on my hands. Time stretches wide like golden sand. No dialogue needed, just the atmosphere. The clearest picture of the entire year. Sunbeam shifts across the wooden door. Peaceful shadows on the kitchen floor. Roll credits slow while the sunlight stays. Quiet frames in the morning haze. Where the last night's heavy thoughts vanished too. The floorboards hold a patch of yellow now. Bare ankles resting in the angle of the beam. I count the tiny motes floating through mid-air. Leftover ice melts in the tall glass, clicking once against the glass rim. A small signal that time hasn't completely stopped. My thumb lingers over an unread message. Not responding, just watching the bright screen fade back to dark. Thoughts drifting sideways like smoke from warm toast. No deadline pressing on the edge of my sleeve. I wonder if everyone else is running today, or if somebody else is sitting right here watching night crawl across their socks. Maybe I forget to move for a little while. The world moves fast outside the window pane, but inside the square of 10 o'clock glow, everything stretches long and thin. No urgent answers needed right now, just the quiet warmth sitting on my lap. An old melody loops somewhere behind my eyelids. Not loud enough to name, just a gentle pulse. My sweater sleeve covers half my palm, holding a warmth that didn't come from a heater. The shadow shift 3 inches to the right. A silent movement telling me noon is still far away. I let my mind wander down 3 different streets at once, remembering a face from 3 years back, then forgetting why I remembered it at all. Thoughts drifting sideways like smoke from warm toast. No deadline pressing on the edge of my sleeve. I wonder if everyone else is running today, or if somebody else is sitting right here watching light crawl across their socks. Maybe I forget to move for a little while. The world moves fast outside the window pane, but inside the square of 10 o'clock glow, everything stretches long and thin. No urgent answers needed right now, just the quiet warmth sitting on my lap. Why do we always hurry to be somewhere else? Another question floating without a landing spot. The ray of light reaches the edge of my toe, and I pull my legs in closer, saving this fleeting temperature like a secret. No need to stand up yet. The room is holding its breath with me. Yellow patch grown slightly longer, just floating in this open space. The heavy chair catches my weight today. A solid anchor while the world stays quiet. Slanted amber beams trace across the hardwood floor. And for the first time in years my mind isn't racing. I pull out an imaginary pen and paper, looking back at the kid who thought every night was the end. You were always running out of time, staring at the ceiling with the burning heart. If you could see where we are sitting right now, you will finally drop your shoulders and breathe. It turns out 11 in the morning can be peaceful. The coffee's warm and the sunlight is just right. To the boy who cried over broken dreams at midnight, we made it through the dark. We're doing fine.
Yeah, I remember how you hated sitting still, thinking every pause was a step backward. You carried tomorrow like a stone in your chest, worried that nobody would ever call your name. Look at this chair pressing firm beneath my back, it holds me completely without asking for proof. You didn't have to carry the whole world alone, the shadows were never as deep as you feared.
It turns out 11 in the morning can be peaceful. The coffee's warm and the sunlight hits just right. To the boy who cried over broken dreams at midnight, we made it through the dark. We are doing fine. Stop checking the clock on the wall. Stop measuring your worth by the pain you survived. The daylight is soft on my knuckles today, and I forgive you for all of the time you lost. The chair stays steady under my weight. Late morning light covers the room, you can rest now. We're doing fine. You mentioned yesterday that I overthink the simple things, so today I just sit back and watch what morning brings. A stray cat sleeps on top of the fence across the street. Its tail flicks twice in a lazy rhythm beat. The reflection of the window is the kitchen wall. A tiny dust mote takes its time to fall. My mug leaves a round wet ring on the wood. I leave it right there like I know I should. No alarm ringing, no missed calls to check, just a soft square beam resting on my neck. The steam from my coffee fades into the air. I drift with the time without a single care. This light hits the corner of my unmade bed, rewriting every heavy thought inside my head. A list of small things filling the quiet space. Yellow beams moving at a gentle pace. I count the shadows sliding across the pine. Everything is slow and everything is fine. The neighbor's green potted plant leans toward the glass. I watch 3 silver cars silently pass. An ice cube clinks in my glass, shrinking down to naught. It turns out peace is cheaper than I thought. The curtain sways half an inch when the breeze gets through. I remember how you smiled when you said I needed something new. A steam valve whistles somewhere down the lane. Light catches a tiny smudge on the window pane. I'm ringing, no missed calls to check, just a soft square beam resting on my neck. The steam from my coffee fades into the air. I drift with the time without a single care. This light hits the corner of my unmade bed, rewriting every heavy thought inside my head. A list of small things filling the quiet space. Yellow beams moving at a gentle pace. I count the shadows sliding across the pine. Everything is slow and everything is fine. We spend so many hours chasing after what comes next, staring at our screens waiting for another text. But right now the floorboards are holding up the day, and I can watch the light wash all the rush away. One quiet detail at a time, I take my sweet time. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Your words from yesterday were right, I guess. It takes so little to make a whole week less. A yellow square on the wooden floor. I sit right here and ask for nothing more. course waffle weave, cotton catches against my thumb. This heavy gray throw blanket still carries the same rough weight. Bright dust motes float through the 10 o'clock glow, and suddenly I'm back on that coastal road. In July you were wearing that oversized corduroy shirt, leaning against the hood while the salty breeze blew through. We didn't have much planned for the weekend back then, just a thermos of cold brew and 2 forgotten ticket stubs. The warmth on my knees feels identical to that afternoon. A quiet rewind before the modern routine takes over. I trace the frayed edge where a thread pulled loose, and every second from that summer comes swimming back. Late morning race, spill easy on the rug, drawn right back to the days we didn't care about the time. We were young, so reckless with our idle hours, sitting in the quiet while the city stayed outside. Now the sunshine sits gently on this faded fabric, holding a memory I forgot I used to keep.
Slanted beams hit the sofa armrest where the velvet's worn thin. Remember how we argued over which radio station to tune? Static on the speakers, laughing at local commercials. You pulled the rib cuff of your sweater over your palm to shield your fingers from the heated steering wheel. Small details I buried under busy work weeks now surface at once. No urgent emails to answer, no deadlines pressing my back today. Just a lazy atmosphere drifting through clean window panes.
The warmth on my knees feels identical to that afternoon. A quiet rewind before the modern routine takes over. I trace the frayed edge where a thread pulled loose, and every second from that summer comes swimming back. Late morning race, spill easy on the rug, drawn right back to the days we didn't care about the time. We were young, so reckless with our idle hours, sitting in the quiet while the city stayed outside. Now the sunshine sits gently on this faded fabric, holding a memory I forgot I used to keep.
Time moves forward, whether we hold on or let go.
But some quiet hours freeze the clock in a golden blur.
The soft friction of woven yarn under my palms brings your laugh back,
clearer than any framed photograph. We grew up, we changed locations, but the warmth remains true. Faded gray cotton resting under relaxed sunlight, just me, this blanket and a lingering smile. 10:35 a.m. letting the old light settle in.
Ten for a boat. 10:24 glows softly in a kitchen that isn't ours yet. An apartment 3 floors above the city sound, where we don't check our phones before the kettle boils, and no one rushes out the door to catch a train. I imagine your socks slipping on light pine wood. 2 mugs with mismatched handles sitting by the sink. A single diagonal beam catches your uncombed hair, and for once time doesn't feel like a debt we owe. Right now my rent is tight and my desk is piled high. I draw the scene in my mind just to breathe at night. One day the schedule empties out completely. One day the dust is just golden powder floating slow. In that future morning we won't need an alarm, just bright pale yellow spilling on the bedspread. We'll drink slow drip coffee while the clock ticks late, talking about nothing, letting the shadows spread. No deadline waiting, no city noise to drown. Just 10 a.m. sunlight floating all the way down. Ay, Ay, I traced the blueprint on the subway window glass, picturing the oversized sweater you would wear back then. A half-read paperback resting on the wool rug, a leafy plant that actually survived the winter months. You'll ask if we should order something light for lunch, and I will calculate the price inside my head. Just a long stretch of quiet that feels like peace, a soft assurance that the hard part finally ceased. Right now my shoulders ache from the daily push. I keep this memory I haven't lived yet close. One day the schedule empties out completely. One day the sun hits the floor and stays a while. In that future morning we won't need an alarm, just bright pale yellow spilling on the bedspread. We'll drink slow drip coffee while the clock ticks late, talking about nothing, letting the shadows spread. No deadline waiting, no city noise to drown, just 10 a.m. sunlight floating all the way down. Maybe it's 5 years, maybe it's 7, through the cramped studio and cold takeaway boxes. I carry this bright room inside my winter coat, a golden anchor keeping me steady through the day. I can almost smell the toasted bread, I can almost feel the quiet in my head. 10:24 on a Saturday, that's waiting for us, right on the pine floor, no places to be, just you and me, breathing in the calm, just you and me, finally at rest. Yeah. Brute roasted barley drifts across parquets. Minho adjusts his faded lounge trousers today. A stray slice of yellow light hits the rug. He leans on the counter, cradle in a thick ceramic mug. No urgent emails flagged in bold crimson red, just dust motes dancing near his unmade bed. He turns off the alarm before it gets a chance to chime, unconcerned with efficiency, completely unbothered by time. The city rushes past his balcony glass, buses honking in a blur as commuters pass. But inside this square meter of golden beam, he drifts through the hours like an endless dream. He pours cold water on a sleepy face, finding his rhythm in a slow motion space. 10:35 and the room stays still, sunlight leaning long on the windowsill. Let the world spin fast on its iron wheel. This quiet warmth is all he wants to feel. Yeah. He drops the needle on an old jazz tape, watching the shadows change the geometric shape. A half-read paper sits beside his toast. He reads the comics first, the part he likes the most. His cat stretches long across the wooden floor, no heavy deadbolt clicking on the front door. He sips his tea slow, lets the bitterness fade, grateful for the sudden little holiday he made. The city rushes past his balcony glass, buses honking in a blur as commuters pass. But inside this square meter of golden beam, he drifts through the hours like an endless dream. He pours cold water on a sleepy face, finding his rhythm in a slow motion space. 10:35 and the room stays still, sunlight leaning long on the windowsill. Let the world spin fast on its iron wheel. This quiet warmth is all he wants to feel. Yesterday was heavy with deadlines and stress, a cluttered calendar and a full inbox address. Today he steps backward into simple grace, tracing yellow patches all around the place. No phone calls taken, no excuses sent, just 10 quiet minutes wonderfully spent. Brewed barley scent still hanging in the hall, sunlight crawling up the kitchen wall. Minho smiles softly, takes another breath. Nothing left to chase, nothing left to prove, just a leisurely morning in slow motion move. Stillness shatters with a single memory, sliding through the quiet bedroom air. The smoke dances slantwise beams of light, Shadows stretch long across beige wallpaper. A half drink, cup of water by the bed. The digital clock flips from 9 to 10, tracing every word you never said. The camera angle shifts across the floor. Warm light pulls along the wooden door. Everything moves at half its usual pace, trapped inside this yellow tinted space. Slanted beams cut right through the window screen, painting gold over a quiet scene. Time just idles while the street noise fades away, trapped inside a mid-morning display. No rush to step outside, hide into the crowd. Just light and shadows talking out loud. Yeah, puff those leaves cast serrated shadow shapes against the radiator painted white. A stray cat sits atop the balcony wall, squinting in the pale translucent light. Outside a delivery scooter hums and vanishes, leaving behind a stillness twice as deep. I shift my shoulders against the linen sheets, waking from a calm and painless sleep. Lens flare catches on the rim of glass, watching 20 slow minutes pass. No words spoken, no heavy weight to hold, just room temperature turning into gold. Slanted beams cut right through the window screen, painting gold over a quiet scene. Time just idles while the street noise fades away, trapped inside a mid-morning display. No rush to step outside, hide into the crowd. Just light and shadows talking out loud. Golden squares slid across the wooden floor, a soft drift of air beneath the door. Silence settles back into its place, gentle light upon a quiet face. Pale apricot glare bleeds through the frosted glass stain in the back of your coat. You turn around with 2 ceramic mugs, asking if the table next to mine is taken. I shift my canvas back to the floor, nodding before I catch myself overthinking. You sit down, unbutton your trench coat, and say the warmth came out of nowhere. I laugh a little, staring at the steam rising between our small wooden trays. You ask if I come here often, when the streets are still this slow. No deadlines tapping on the paint, shadows turning amber on the wall. We don't even know each other's names, but the air feels lighter than it did at home. Slow hours spilling across the small wooden table. You tell me your latte is a little too sweet today. I tell you I finally stopped checking my screen for once. 2 strangers breathing in the late 10 o'clock rain. Nothing to prove, nothing we need to explain. Just soft yellow beam washing away the rain. Yeah. You point out how the light hits the floorboards and slanted lines, singing northbound train isn't due for another 20 minutes or so. I tell you about the paperback I've been carrying for 3 whole weeks, unread on page 42. Just resting in my jacket pocket, you smile telling me some books are meant for sitting beside. I read and we share a quiet beat while the barista wipes down the espresso machine. No deadlines tapping on the page, shadows turning amber on the wall. We don't even know each other's names, but the air feels lighter than it did at home. Slow hours spilling across the small wooden table. You tell me your latte is a little too sweet today. I tell you I finally stopped checking my screen for once. 2 strangers breathing in the late 10 o'clock rain. Nothing to prove, nothing we need to explain. Just soft yellow beam washing away the rain. Yeah. Maybe by noon we'll both be swallowed by the crowd, lost in the tempo of a neighborhood that moves too fast. But right now the angle of the sun feels soft, and exchanging 4 simple sentences is more than enough to last. You stand up, adjust your strap, and wish me a gentle day. I watch your shadow leave through the glass door frame. The apricot tin lingers on the empty wooden chair. Just a quiet morning, said yesterday that Saturday should never feel rushed. Now tiny dust motes float through the beam on the rug. Outside on the fence, a gray cat rests in the quiet hush. A thin hairline crack runs down the side of my mug. A half-peeled orange sits cooling on the laminate countertop. A blue ribbon hangs limp from the handle of the closet door. The second hand ticks forward, then seems to almost stop. 3 pale squares of brightness slide across the pine floor. The kettle clicks off, but I remain completely still. A dry house plant leaf drips silently down to the sill. No messages waiting, no urgent places to go. Just little details taking their time to show. Bright beams cut right through the mid-morning space. A small green fern casts a silhouette against the wall. I watch the faint reflection on the glass picture case. Nothing demands a single answer or a sudden call. Soft, lingering warmth right where you lean back to speak. Finding quiet comfort in the middle of the week. A forgotten pair of wool socks sits beside the armchair leg. A plastic spoon leaves a circular stain near the bread bowl. A tiny wooden coat clip sways gently on its wooden peg. The soft synth chords from my laptop keep playing on loop. A bookmark slips down between pages 220 and 3. A drop of condensation rolls slowly down the cold jar. I watch the sunlight catch a loose thread on my knee. Notice how peaceful these silent observations are. Yesterday your soft advice felt distant and light. Now sitting in this glow I realize you were right. I traced a woven pattern of gray sofa seam. A single particle drifting through a golden beam. 4 amber patches leaning on the cabinet door. A small watering drying on the side table board. No rush at all today. Just letting the daylight stay. A small wooden pick rests flat against veneer. The slant of late morning catches its rounded edge. I used to rush through every chord last year, always chasing something past the windowsill edge. Today my thumb stays still in my lap. No urgent text demands a fast reply. Warm steam rises up without a map, fading out before it hits the sky. My calendar shows 3 blank squares today. I let the notifications drift off to sleep. There is a subtle grace when shadows stray, and no promises are overdue to keep. This quiet bright corner holds me right here. The yellow bean traces a line on my sleeve. I spent so long running from invisible fear, forgetting how simple it is just to breathe. No need to hurry, the hours are long. The daylight is soft and I belong. My phone screen sits face down by my plate. I used to measure my worth by the speed of my reply. If I was 10 minutes late, I'd overcalculate, trapped inside a web of reasons why. Now the wooden pick catches amber dust. The radiator hums a low, gentle key. I'm learning how to give my future some trust, and leaving some room for the rest of me. Yesterday felt like a sprint through a storm. Tomorrow will ask for a share of my time. But right in this pocket, the table is warm, and nothing is waiting to prove or to climb. A small wooden pick on the table board. The amber beam drifts to the wall. I do not need to strum a single chord, just sitting in the calm of it all. Yeah. Yeah. Damn pine needles and warm sesame hang low in the kitchenette while he waits. Sungmin turns the gas flame down to low, watching light stripe across the porcelain plates. His laptop screen stays dim beside the bowl. Deadlines push back until 12 o'clock. He breathes in the east from fresh baked bread, ignoring every ticking wall clock. The city outside moves at 90 miles, buses screaming down the asphalt lane. But inside the small 2-room flat, he traces yellow squares upon the grain. Late morning sun catches his shoulder, turning every slow breath into gold. He doesn't hurry to answer the phone, to run, no cause to fight. He sits in the warmth of the 10 o'clock heat, wrapped in a pocket of pale amber light. A scent of boiled mint leaves drifts across, mixing with the cedar of his desk. He leans his head back against the cushion, finding comfort in what feels picturesque. Unfinished emails lie in draft, his coffee cools to a cozy temperature. He turns a page of an old paper book, sure that today needs no future gesture. Late morning sun catches his shoulder, turning every slow breath into gold. He doesn't hurry to answer the phone, letting the rush of the week grow cold. A gentle rhythm in the quiet space, no place to run, no cause to fight. He sits in the warmth of the 10 o'clock heat, wrapped in a pocket of pale amber light. Yesterday was noise and neon glare, subway doors closing on tired eyes. Now the scent of orange rind on his hands matches the softness of the eastern skies. He stretches out his legs across the rug, letting the hours pull beside his feet. Damp pine needles and warm sesame, the sunlight holds him still. Room 402 stays quiet, just a slow golden afternoon to fill. Does anyone know where forgotten hours gather when nobody is watching? A bright square sits on my left knee, shifting 3 millimeters every 10 minutes. I forgot if I replied to that email from Thursday, but my socks match today. That is a small victory for a lazy morning with 0 plans on the calendar. The old radiator clicks twice, then decides to stay quiet. I don't own a cat, but if I did, she would definitely sleep on this warm patch of floor. I wonder if my college friends still sleep past noon on Saturdays, or if they all running on treadmills now, chasing promotions and toddler schedules. Thoughts drift like dust, mote suspended in a lazy beam. No deadline and shouting, no missed call is breaking my dream. Just floating particles hanging in midair, without a single urgency to take me anywhere. Let the slow heat wash across the hardwood floor. I don't need answers to anything anymore. The digital clock ticks, but it isn't rushing me today. I watch the glowing rectangle slowly crawl away. Unfocused eyes, a lukewarm mug in my right hand. Just living in a peaceful stretch of time I didn't plan. Hey, why did I buy 3 identical black t-shirts last spring? Maybe I was searching for routine in a year where everything felt stable. Now the soft cotton warms against my shoulder as I lean back against the sofa. A distant delivery scooter hums 3 blocks away, fading into the ambient drone. I suddenly remember a bad joke someone told at a club in 2019. Yet I still can't recall where I put my spare house keys yesterday. My thumb hovers over a social media feed. I have no urge to read. The window glass refracts a tiny blue rainbow across the white wallpaper. And for 5 full minutes that tiny streak of light is the most important thing in my world. Let the slow heat wash across the hardwood floor. I don't need answers to anything anymore. The digital clock ticks, but it isn't rushing me today. I watch the glowing rectangle slowly crawl away. Unfocused eyes, a lukewarm mug in my right hand. Just living in a peaceful stretch of time I didn't plan. Is it fine to just exist without an epiphany? No grand ambitions, no heavy melancholy. Just my knees pulled up on the corner of the rug, wrapped inside a solid golden colored hug. Where do all those lost seconds go? Maybe they stay right here in this steady glow. No answer comes, and none is needed. Just quiet light on worn oak wood. Creamy daffodil rays spill sideways across the outdoor table. You slide into the chair opposite mine with a small nod. Neither of us seems eager to check a buzzing phone screen today. You ask if the seat is free, though the cafe's mostly empty. I point to the wood grain, telling you it is all yours. The baristas are taking their time with pour-overs behind the glass. You notice the worn paper cover resting near my cup. You ask what chapter I am on without checking the title. I tell you it moves slower than this peaceful hour. You smile, pulling out a plain journal of your own. We talk about nothing while the shadow shifts an inch. Two strangers sharing 5 minutes of soft yellow quiet. No names to remember, no plans to explain or defend. Just a quiet window where the light stays remarkably still. The city can't wait around the corner until 12. You mentioned how rare it feels to sit without a destination. I offer you a spare wooden bookmark from my coat pocket. You take it with a quiet thing, sliding it between blank pages. The steam from our porcelain mugs tangles in the pale glare. It feels like an unscripted pause before the afternoon noise. We talk about nothing while the shadow shifts an inch. Two strangers sharing 5 minutes of soft yellow quiet. No names to remember, no plans to explain or defend. Just a quiet window where the light stays remarkably still. The city can't wait around the corner until 12. Sometimes a casual word from a friendly stranger clears out the mental clutter left behind from yesterday. You close your notebook, I close mine, both satisfied, no promises made. Just a pleasant, briefly shared space. You stand up first, wishing me a restful day ahead. I nod back as your shadow drifts quietly into the street. The light turns a shade brighter over my cooling tea. Just a small connection under a gentle sky. Your offended voice yesterday about leaving. Yeah, the phone on airplane mode actually worked. 10:35, a patch of light rests on the corner of the windowsill. A single tiny dust particle drifts in a circle. The neighbor's potted fern drops one brown leaf. The kettle makes a soft clinking sound as it cools. Steam rises slowly in a straight white line. A blue delivery truck backs up outside. The cat across the courtyard stretches its paws. Everything moves at a half-speed pulse today. I sit here listing small details in the room. A faded receipt lying next to my keys. The bright square shifting 2 inches to the right. No place to rush to, no promises to keep. Just warm, silent air between 10 and 12. Yeah. Yesterday you said I overthink the quiet, so today I watch the condensation drip. A silver bookmark hanging over the shelf edge. The wooden chair squeaks when I shift my weight. The leftover ice melts into a tiny pool. A reflection flashes off a passing car window. The shadow of the balcony railing bends. My coffee mug leaves around dampering. The distant clock strikes 11 times. I take a deep breath in the space you mentioned. Your sentence from yesterday hangs gently. The bright patch moves across the wooden floorboards, just listing what I see right now. Just staying still for a little while. Yeah. Knobby wool threads rub against my thumb while a pale yellow square settles on the rug. The rough weave of this oversized thrifted sweater takes me back 3 years in a single second. We were sitting on the roof of that small studio in that bow, sharing a single cool bottle of tea. You pulled at the loose frame hem on my left sleeve, laughing about how I never buy new clothes. The crisp breeze back then at the exact same temperature as this quiet room today. A shaft of late morning light cuts across my floor, making the dust motes look like falling stars. I close my eyes and the current year disappears. The sunlight washes over my hands, warm and clear. Suddenly I am stuck in a Saturday that already slipped away, floating in the glow. When the gentle beam hits this old clock, I see you smile again. A quiet memory rewinds right here inside the golden frame. We had nowhere to run, no calendar to chase a check. Just amber light spilling stitch holds a time when everything felt still. It is wild how sensory triggers work when you least expect them to strike. I was just sitting here pouring coffee, admiring how the window shades cast long bright stripes. Then my fingers brushed the coarse knit and the dam broke open without a sound. You were wearing that faded green coat, leaning back against the rooftop brick ground. We talked about a future like it was some distant country we had yet to cross. No urgent phone calls, no fear of lost time or calculating the cost. Now the city hums outside my window, but inside it is completely muted and calm. The same lazy rays rest lightly right in the hollow of my palm. Sometimes a quiet morning is a time machine disguised as peace. I trace the unraveling yarn where fingers used to release. I do not even feel sad, just deeply grateful for the days we spent, knowing every passing second was exactly where the light was meant. Coarse fabric, gentle light, back to that rooftop, clean and bright. The room stays warm now, the memory rests still.
A tiny brass paper clip casts its narrow shadow across the untreated pine on my kitchen table. It holds together 2 blank receipts from last December, reminders of a rush I can barely even remember. Outside, the traffic crawls like an old lazy stream, while late morning light cuts directly through the steam. I shift my chair 2 inches to catch the warm yellow patch. No emails to answer, no train I have to catch. The world moves fast beyond the balcony glass, but I just watch the bright particles dancing past. I spend my 20s running after things that fade away, trading all my quiet hours for a busy yesterday. Now the air is sweet and heavy with the honey kind of grace, and I finally found the comfort in an empty space. Let the slow warmth settle on my quiet folded hands. I am done trying to force what I never understood. The clock ticks softly, taking all the time it needs, and for once in my life everything feels good. Slanted beams of amber laying stripes upon the floor. I do not need to chase the world outside my door.
My phone sits face down on the coaster by my tea. It used to buzz every second, demanding parts of me. Today the notification like a pulse in vain. I'm listening to the heat drying off the window pane. A stray cat pauses on the ledge outside the screen, blinking slowly in the calmest light I have ever seen. I trace the shiny surface of that little clip of brass, grateful for the simple feeling of time. Letting go with speed at last. Slow warmth settle on my quiet folded hands. I am done trying to force what I never understood. The clock ticks softly, taking all the time it needs, and for once in my life everything feels good. Slanted beams of amber laying stripes upon the floor. I do not need to chase the world outside my door. Maybe growing up is learning how to sit still, watching golden dust motes climb the windowsill. No urgent deadlines hanging overhead today, just a peaceful room where worries melt away. The paper clip, the paper clip still holds those useless old receipts. What warm rays spread across the quiet neighborhood streets. I take a breath and let the daylight fill the room, just sitting in the calm of an unhurried afternoon. A metal shutter grinds open downstairs, and you finally drop your heavy jacket on my chair. You look like you carried the whole week's train, slumping right down while the electric kettle starts again. Look at how bright the alley gets around 10. We don't have to talk about your company again. Just stretch your legs out across the rug and let the warmth catch your shoulder like a hug. The city keeps rushing past our small front door, but we don't belong to their schedule anymore. You've been running on empty since Tuesday night. Now just stay right here in this quiet yellow light. The glare on the table feels
soft today. No reason to hurry or walk away. I poured you a drink, let the steam just rise. You can close those tired, heavy eyes. The sunlight is washing the hardwood floor. We don't need a thing from the world outdoors. Just sit right here till the afternoon. Nothing is calling for you too soon. The street sweepers, broom scrapes the pavement, concrete. That low rhythmic sound down the neighborhood street. You kept saying yesterday you felt so far behind, trapped in some deadline inside your own mind. But look at your hands in the slanted beam. Dust motes are dancing in a silent dream. Forget the unread messages cluttering your screen. This is the calmest that we've ever been. Remember when we used to sprint through the park, always trying so hard to make our own mark. Now we just appreciate the slowness of time, watching the long shadows crawl up in a line. You don't have to prove a single thing to me. Just breathe in the stillness and let yourself be. The glare on the table feels soft today. No reason to hurry or walk away. I poured you a drink, let the steam just rise. You can close those tired, heavy eyes. The sunlight is washing the hardwood floor. We don't need a thing from the world outdoors. Just sit right here till the afternoon. Nothing is calling for you too soon. A delivery bicycle bell rings soft and clear. There's nowhere else you need to be but here. The light shifts slow across your shoes. We have nothing left today to lose. Toasted hazelnut syrup lingers along the hallway floor, sneaking under Jehu's apartment door before 10. He turns his glass mug around twice on the counter, watching the old radiator kick on with a warm hum. Outside the bakery delivery van pulls away slow, leaving behind a sweet cloud of butter and yeast. He ignores his scheduled calendar and puts down his keys, watching a bright golden strip cut across his knees. His phone vibrates quietly under a folded coat, a notification from work that he chooses to ignore. The neighborhood rushes toward the subway lines below, but inside his living room, time forgets to grow. Yellow squares of sunlight rest upon his socks. He lets his freshly boiled kettle cool down on the ledge. There is no urgent place he needs to reach today. He just watches thin dust motes drift and float away. The city keeps running his frantic daily race, while he stays frozen in this quiet, peaceful space. The rich scent of roasted barley washes over the rug, blending with the damp air from the open balcony window. He unrolls an old sketchy berry back in spring, tracing where the pale amber glare hits the canvas wearing no strict deadline can touch the way the light bends, softening the sharp corners of his rented room. He takes a slow breath and lets his shoulders drop, wishing the loud world outside would finally stop. Yellow squares of sunlight rest upon his socks. He lets his freshly boiled kettle cool down on the ledge. There is no urgent place he needs to reach today. He just watches thin dust motes drift and float away. The city keeps running its frantic daily race, while he stays frozen in this quiet, peaceful space. 10:35 slips past without a single sound. He stirs a tiny spoonful of honey into warm tea. Spent so many years chasing hours he could never hold. Now sitting alone in a room bathed in gentle gold. He smiles to himself, content with standing still. The sweet hazelnut fragrance begins to drift away, replaced by clean laundry hanging on the drying rack. Jehu leans back against the wooden kitchen table, taking his sweet time with the rest of the morning. Deep oak legs sink into woven fibers, holding the entire frame right where I sit. Warm amber light drifts across my lap, I finally stop trying to outrun it. I write this down for you back when you were 19, when you thought staying still was a mortal sin. You used to skip breakfast just to chase a ghost, living in the quiet where the deadlines win. Look at how the decimals flow so slow, taking their sweet time in the diagonal beam. You were always running out of breath back then, drowning in the middle of a restless dream. Take a breath, you do not have to hurry through the dark. The light arrives without breaking a sweat. Every late night panic that kept you awake, ay, it's just a soft memory I almost forget. Sit down for a minute, let the stillness remain. You survived every quiet storm and tears in the rain. You used to count the minutes like missing coins, scared that being calm meant you were falling behind. Now I watch the steam rise from roast to brew, and there is not a single fire inside my mind. The chair holds my weight, solid and secure, no rushing to a bus that you might miss. If I could hand a note to your tired hands, I would tell you that tomorrow feels exactly like this. Look at how the decimals flow so slow, taking their sweet time in the diagonal beam. You were always running out of breath back then, drowning in the middle of a restless dream. Take a breath, you do not have to hurry through the dark. The light arrives without breaking a sweat. Every late night panic that kept you awake, it's just a soft memory I almost forget. Sit down for a minute, let the stillness remain. You survived every quiet storm and tears in the rain. I remember when you sat on the subway floor, wondering if you would ever catch your stride. But the daylight never begs to be seen, it just fills up the room from side to side. You did enough, you made it through, and all those heavy years brought me to you. The old chair rests under yellow light. You can stop running now. Everything turned out right. Yeah. Yesterday you mentioned how the slow hours belong only to those who rest. A half-filled glass sits on the counter edge, trapping a tiny beam against the wood. The shadow of a spoon stretches 5 inches. A pale blue mug holds lukewarm drip coffee. My cat's left ear twitches once toward the window. Everything stays still inside this room. No urgent calls, no train to catch today. A single hairband resting by the lamp, a golden square shifting across the wall. We let the quiet fill up every corner, watching the tiny specks dance in the beam. Nothing is moving faster than a breath, just lazy rays warming up cold tiles. We don't need anywhere to be right now, just watching daylight trace the simple shapes. A paper receipt lies beside my keys. The printed ink is fading at the top. Outside a laundry line sways twice and stops. The yellow curtains filter out the noise. My wool socks gather dust along the heel. A dried leaf drops onto the balcony floor. We let the quiet fill up every corner, watching the tiny specks dance in the beam. Nothing is moving faster than a breath, just lazy rays warming up cold tiles. We don't need anywhere to be right now, just watching daylight trace the simple shapes. The clock ticks once, then rests for 3 full seconds. The book remains turned face down on the rug. You said this quiet hour saved the mind, and now I see exactly what you meant. One stray dust particle sinks through the light. A coffee ring dries on the unfinished table. The beam moves 2 centimeters to the right. We just stay here. Rough and weird, brushed my wrist, catching quiet dust motes floating in midair. The yellow beam cuts through the window pane, warming the face faded blue thread where you pulled us in.
It was October when we bought this throw at that basement flea market near Hongdae. You laughed because it smelled like old paper, but now it smells like tea and lingering quiet.
I run my thumb over the frayed border, watching the shadows stretch toward the wooden floor. Time feels soft today, floating backward without any rush. Back then, we ran out of coffee beans by 10. We sat on the carpet with cold water and half-baked plans. Now the same beam lights up this empty floor, rewinding every word we left behind. This old fabric holds every calm second we spent. Slanted light falling over scattered notes on the desk. I remember how your laugh filled up the silent room. Even if years pass by, the warmth stays tucked in these threads. Slow morning rays, ooh, rewind the clock to where we were. Nothing is missing while this golden patch stays still.
A gentle breeze shifts the curtain, sliding light across the coarse cotton pattern. I can still hear your voice asking if we should catch the midday train. We never went anywhere that day, just stayed inside listening to vinyl scratch my thumb traces. The tiny knot near the collar where you stitched it to a red thread. 2 cups on the counter, but only one is steaming today.
Yeah, yet the sunlight paints your shadow right beside mine, like a film reel playing backward. Memories do not make noise when they return. They just settle into the weave of worn out cloth. I sit here with my legs crossed, letting the heat sink deep for a few minutes. 22 feels like right now. This old fabric holds every calm second we spent. Scented light falling over scattered notes on the desk. I remember how your laugh filled up the silent room. Even if years pass by, the warmth stays tucked in these threads. Slow morning rays, rewind the clock to where we were. Nothing is missing while this golden patch stays still. Faded blue thread under the quiet light. The clock ticks slowly on the wall. I hold the warm edge close, just a memory staying warm. Ten 40 blink.
10:40 blinks slowly from the wooden side table, and I imagine us 7 years down the line. No alarms ringing out to make us unstable, just a wide kitchen shelf smelling faintly of pine. You would slide across tile in your oversized sweater, pouring cold brew while dust most slow by in the room. Every bill will be cleared, every contract much better. In the balcony, jasmine finally in bloom.
I wrap both my hands around a warm ceramic mug, watch your rays touch the floor where the carpet is soft. We spent years chasing trains, pulling tight on the plug, but in this dream we live in a high ceiling loft. Right now I'm sitting on a cramped subway floor, drawing plans in my notebook while the wheels start to grind. But I hold on to this vision just outside my door, where the sunlight is easy and the clock stays behind. Someday morning we'll stretch out forever, golden light hitting walls that belong to us two. No rush for the bus, no stress for the weather, just the calm in the room and the quiet with you.
We'll sip on our coffee while the day takes its time, letting 10:40 slide into noon with a smile. Every steep mountain trail that we had to go climb was just leading us here to sit still for a while.
I see white linen curtains that sway in the breeze, filtering brightness across your sleepy frame. No emails unread, bringing me to my knees. No middle-aged bosses forgetting my name. You'll be humming a tune from an old indie band, leaving crumbs on the table without a single care. I'll lean back on the couch, extend out a hand, and catch the bright beam tangled up in your hair. The city below us moves fast in a blur, but we built a small island where time has no weight. I can almost feel how soft those moments were, even if right now my rent payment is late. Right now I'm sitting on a cramped subway floor, drawing plans in my notebook while the wheels start to grind. But I hold on to this vision just outside my door, where the sunlight is easy and the clock stays behind. Someday morning we'll stretch out forever, golden light hitting walls that belong to us two. No rush for the bus, no stress for the weather, just the calm in the room and the quiet with you.
We'll sip on our coffee while the day takes its time, letting 10:40 slide into noon with a smile. Every steep mountain trail that we had to go climb was just leading us here to sit still for a while.
Future memories feel so real. When I breathe, I can trace where the sun hits the edge of your wrist. We fought through the winter so we could receive this late morning peace. And the world made a mist is coming, I know it as sure as the tide. A quiet house bathed in the yellow soft glow. No need to run, nowhere to hide. Just a 30-something life moving easy and slow. 10:40 on the wall of our house yet to come. Soft light on the rug, no place we must run. Just you and the sun. Just us finally done.